Check, check, check. All right, how we doing, everybody? Gonna get started in just a minute here. Just let me open up all my freaking widgets and whatnot. Get the chat box going. Gonna make some drones today. It's snowing here in upstate New York, quite heavily right now. And snowy days just always feel like drone days to me. And also, we've been requested to make some more drone samples for our friend Optic. Optic has been getting good use out of the samples I sent him. Which, by the way, only he has, because he's Optic. And he appreciates shit like that. It's all about the drone, man. Okay, so let me grab go to the old creator dashboard here. Just get her pop out chat window. That over me. That'll go there. And yeah, so I have an appointment at 4 o'clock. So what I want to do today is we're going to do a short stream now. We'll do maybe an hour and 10, hour 20, something like that. We'll allot a little bit extra time because it's snowing. I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna keep an eye on it. If it keeps snowing this hard, I'm probably just gonna cancel my appointment. But I'm supposed to get my twofers cleaned by the dental hygienist. So we'll keep an eye on the weather and see how it goes. If it's still snowing by the time I have to go, I may just cancel it and just eat the cancellation fee. Okay, so I think we're all set here. Let's hop on over to Ableton. And here we are, y'all. Let me just make a quick adjustment here on this chat box. Oops. Okay, now I can see everything. So how we doing, y'all? How's the weather over there in your neck of the woods? Cool, so let's get into it. And also kind of what I wanted to go into today was, this is not quite a Tendrel tests episode, but I did want to talk about Wavetable a lot, because I'm finding that a lot of people just sleep on Wavetable. They haven't even used it because they have Serum. And I'm like, dude, it has these other features that you might not think about. So we're going to go into a little bit of the Wavetable features. We'll do some drone, and we'll eventually end up getting into, this will be later tonight when I get back on, but we'll get into doing some splitting and making drones out of this. We're going to try and just do everything out of one patch, like one Wavetable patch. I think that'll be a fun exercise. Maybe we'll add an operator under it later, but I do want to do a separate sort of episode on operator, because I haven't done like a deep dive into that in a while. When I was, before I got my new computer, I was doing a lot of stuff on operator, but that was when I was writing my EP. And I needed some like really sick sounds for the final song. So that was all operator. And so, yeah, what we got here is we got a Wavetable and we got a drone going. So let's just get this going. And we're going to record everything. So we're going to insert an audio track here. And it's going to get audio from Wavetable. And we're just going to record, because these will be samples later. Oh, and you know what? Let me just open this up on my phone and check the audio, because if I don't check, something's going to go wrong, right? Be samples later. Okay, we're good. So let's get into some fucking drone, yo. I might as well just leave that open. Okay, so, we're here. We got our wavetable, right? And we got our sub oscillator. You got two oscillators. Actually, let's open this up because you can see everything here. So, okay, let's go full screen. It's nice being able to do this. I don't think this is the only real, well, you can do it with like the analyzer and stuff, but this is nice being able to go full screen. So what we have is two oscillators and they're wavetable oscillators. And then you got a sub oscillator. So let's kind of quickly go through this stuff. So you got a sub, you got I'm going to try to not compare this to Serum, but I'm also going to compare it to Serum. So like, it doesn't have the different waveforms, but it does have this tone, which kind of brings it more towards a square, like we've been talking about a lot recently with like over on 5star's channel, how Mr. Bill did that tutorial about operator where you basically squarify a sign to make it louder. That's what the tone is doing. You can see if you look at our handy dandy little oscilloscope there up top, goes from sine to more squared off. And then you basically got octave and you got your transpose and semitones. So that's the sub, pretty basic. Then you got your oscillators, you got your volume, wavetable position. Right now it's on basic shapes. And there's a lot of great, there's different categories in here and whatnot. Maybe we'll go through some of these. And to tell you the truth, I like the visualization here better than the one in Serum. Even though you only get one view, actually, well, that's not sure. Where's this other view? You can get this view, which is really cool. It looks really cool. It's maybe not as helpful to look at in terms of visual feedback as this view, but it's kind of cool. But I like this because you can see like how it's very clear which part of the wave you're on, and everything is it's just like, instead of having that 3D view where it's like isometric view in Serum, this is like just a straight on kind of thing. You can always see what the wave looks like easily. But I think we're going to start with basic shapes for this anyway. I tend to go with basic shapes a lot because we're going to add harmonics with other stuff later. Hey, J-Hunt. Compare it to Serum. Yeah, dude, 5star has a channel. Oh, you know what? Do we have a 5star? I don't think we have a 5star command, but anyway, it's you know who it is. Based by 5star. So yeah, we're going to look at this. If you just tuned in, we're going to look at doing some drones. But first, we're going to kind of go through the wavetable stuff because this gets slept on a lot. I know, like, I've talked to a lot of people that have never even opened it once. And this is like, when I got Ableton 10, this is the first thing I looked at because it was like, dude, this is like a native version of Serum in a way, but it's not. But it's got cool stuff. So it's got, let's see, get your different warp modes. It's kind of the same thing as Serum, but here you have less of them. And here the nice thing though is you can FM from the same oscillator. You don't have to like get FM from the B oscillator, which is really nice. And then you got your semitones and your detune. Another thing I like about this as opposed to Serum is that you can see everything on one page. Even though this is less complicated than Serum, you can see wherever, like you got your matrix down here, you can see all of your envelopes at the same time, and you can see both of your LFOs. Granted, you don't have as many LFOs or as many, as much ability to make custom LFOs. Like here, you can't draw anything, but you can also do different things like this, where you have the shape, and you can modulate this. So it's a different sort of feature than getting really super specific with a shape, but here you can kind of do other interesting things. Like this one's a pulse width. It doesn't quite go through 0, but it's pretty close. And something like this, that's just really interesting. And that's kind of similar to what you can do in pigments as well, where you can warp the shape and stuff like that. And here, I like this visualization because you can see immediately what's happening as you're adjusting these. And you also have this attack. So it'll slowly bring in. So let's actually do some stuff with this. Let's put this on let's put LFO1 on the oscillator 1 FM amount. And what you do is, anytime you click on any parameter, it'll bring that up as the bottom option in the mod matrix. So let's put this on the amount. Let's do LFO1 on the amount. Let's bring that volume back up. I think we have to restart the this on sine wave for now. We'll kind of square it a little bit. And you can also do this offset thing where it kind of shifts the whole wave forward. It kind of does it's almost like the phase of the LFO, I guess. Let's leave this one as a slow LFO. And now let's do LFO2 on the position. Actually, let's do LFO1. Let's do LFO1 on a couple things over here, and then we'll just change the depth of it to get some different results. Let's turn the sub on too. Okay, so let's do LFO1 to the wavetable position. Let's constrain the range a little bit. Okay, let's bring an oscillator 2. And here maybe we'll go for something that has more noise in it. Yeah, let's go for redux. Redux. You also have the, if you change this to the little note icon, that'll do a synced rate, and then if you have the hertz, it's just a free running hertz rate. So let's this on to? Let's do classic. And the classic is pulse width modulation. Which can be really nice. And it actually goes in both directions, which I think is similar to the way that, that Vital does pulse width. It goes to both sides. It goes, I guess you would call it bipolar. So you got FM, classic, and modern. Modern is like the folding. Not folding, or like squishing, I guess you'd call it. I don't know. But it is folding in this direction. And I love, like, again, the visualization is so nice. How it, just the way it looks, it's really aesthetic. And sometimes I'll design sounds just based on the visual appeal of a certain wavetable. So let's map a couple of these things to the LFO2. To the oscillator 2 position as well. Stick with sine wave. I really like sine waves, especially for drone. Maybe later, once we get into, if we add another instrument to this, we might get into doing some sample and hold kind of stuff for like the upper harmonics of some of these higher bands. And I'll go into this later as well. I've talked about my band splitter a few times, but it'll be worth going into again. So now we got some nice movement going on. And in this case, I might not be as inclined to use any envelopes, but I guess we definitely could. Because right now we're not re-triggering any notes, but we could also set the envelopes to loop, which kind of makes them into an LFO, because a looping envelope is an LFO basically, and an LFO one shot is an envelope. Kind of the same thing if you think about it. But for the amp envelope, we're going to leave that on none. Let's go to envelope 2. Put that one on loop. Think about something we can map this to. So maybe we'll even just to get some more movement out of it. Filter yet, so down here I got a filter. You actually get 2 filters. And you can set them in serial or parallel or split. Filter models. Again, not as many as Serum, but that's what you get. And I want to, let's let's do some like pitch modulation to this as well. So let's take LFO1 and put that on the detune and sense. And just have to do a little bit of that. Turn on to unison. Modulate the unison amount. Hey, Retro, thank you for the sub. Hell yeah, brother. Welcome to the Wavetable drone stream. How are you today, sir? Is it snowing where you were at as well? It's snowing over here. But yeah, hell yeah. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. And hopefully you enjoy your stay with us today. Sup? Thanks for the sub. What is it, like a sandwich or something? What are you, like, eating it with bread? It's just... So yeah, today we're making drones, because over here it's snowing. And it felt like a drone sort of day. And if you're just joining us, I have to run out maybe at 4 o'clock for an appointment, but if it keeps snowing, I'm going to cancel it. So we'll just see how it goes. He said, we had snow, but it rained away again. Yay, I like it when it rains away. That's such a relief. Okay, so let's keep going with this here. And you know what? We're going to actually save, because I hear M saying, save, save. So right now we're going to save as... What's today's date? The 25th, so it's going to be 2021. 1/25. Drone. Oops. Drone. Wavetable. Okay, so let's keep going. Hey, UFO Ocean, how you doing? You say we got some snur coming out the sky too. Love it. Snur. Retro says, if you can make the app make ut though, dude, way things are. Make up the way things are right now? Make it. So let's go back into our wavetable. So we got this pretty wild drone going on. We'll just do some of this. Another cool thing here is you can also, like, let's this is the attack. So what if we modulate the attack of Emblem 2? Oops. The thing is, it doesn't actually show this moving. I wish you could see that moving. You say, I have seen both snow and snare called snur, so snur. Okay, so what else can we get into with this? Maybe we'll even take a moment right now to listen to just the different frequencies of this. So on the very low end, I've got this kind of thing going on. Snurr. Got this nice drone. And this to me is like how you kind of make drones. You like build up a really fat sound with a lot of harmonics and a lot of movement and stuff. And then you kind of just like see what's going on in each individual band. So then you got the kind of the mud bands. Like really resonant kind of stuff. It's usually what you get in this range. And you start getting up here. And we do still have one more envelope here we can use. And oh, there's also these like time things down here. Let's mess with some of that. Let's put this all back on for a minute. This is a looping envelope. I think I have to re-trigger the node. So now the global time is being modulated by envelope 3. And that's doing basically how long the envelopes are overall for the whole thing. You can see it down here. Let's continue using... Oh, you know what, though? We do have... That's pretty much everything that's within Wavetable itself, but... We do have Max for Live, so if we want more LFOs, we can do that. So maybe we'll put in an LFO. LFO. We'll map that to the sub-transpose. Going relatively slow here. Maybe we'll get another one. Oops. Some of that action going on. Snow drones, hey Chump Slick. Welcome to the show, sir. Today we're doing drones with Wavetable, which is a very sort of slept on instrument, I think, by a lot of people. And we got our band splitter here. So we can listen to the different aspects of this sound, different frequency ranges. And oh yeah, you know what? We haven't done a hydration check. We've not done a hydration check yet. We gotta do that, and we gotta do a stretch check. Check, and then we're gonna hit the hot box. And then I think we're gonna get into doing some more processing on this external to Wavetable. So let's just hop over to the hot box. Cheers, everybody. Okay, so back to Ableton. And yeah, I'm really digging this just as these specific bands. But let's jump back in let's do some processing on these individual bands. So we're kind of going to leave the sub as it is. And we kind of even don't need, most of the time, this very lowest band is something I don't leave on, because it could just be muddying up what I'm doing, but also this is drone, so maybe it doesn't matter. So let's actually start at the top. We'll leave the sub on, but we'll go up here and we'll do some processing on this. And before we do that, oops. obviously these two buttons right there. Okay, that's a side point. But anyway, let's save again. Let's keep recording. So let's do some processing. Like, so for example, on this top band, maybe we want to do some like panning. And oh yeah, dude, there's this other, I gotta try this out. Optic told me about this fucking sick plugin called Ambio Orbit. And it's free. You guys should check this out. And I actually haven't messed around with it yet, but Optic showed me on his show a couple days ago, and this thing is sick. So when I grab this auto pan, it made me immediately think of that. So let's actually turn that off for a second. We'll see what this is doing. Because this does some of the craziest panning. Like if you're on headphones right now, I can't remember how the width, this is the thing. Like it almost sounds like it's panned even more than it could be. It seems impossible to me is the way I describe it. Like when it's fully left right now, but it seems like it's even coming from outside my headphones. Jahan says, will you plug it? What do you mean plug it? What are you talking about? Oh, you want me to plug the plug-in? I'm plugging this plug-in, yeah. And it's crazy how like you can use this for stereo placement, and it's like it sounds like it's really coming from where it says it is, like left front, and now all the way left. So it does feel like it's orbiting around your head. So maybe let's do this. Let's grab another LFO. Let's look at, so that'll be the azimuth. Yeah, let's LFO the azimuth. Just get some really nice like rotating. And now let's do like a similar thing here. We have an LFO. And on this band, we'll do a different speed LFO. Maybe we'll also modulate the width. Oh yeah. Maybe you get some really crazy stereo movement. see if we can do this. I'm going to group these two together. Can I do that? But then I got to put it in parallel. You know what? It's too much. I don't want to get into these complex racks right now. Okay, one thing about this. With the, this denoiser I have on my mic, it's like a dynamic thing, so it's like kind of fucking up my undo history. So I can't necessarily get back there. Okay, so let's just ungroup these. Do I have to start this node over again? Here's what I gotta do. Bear with me 1 second. So I'm gonna go into my mic. And I'm going to set this denoiser to not be on dynamic or adaptive mode. That way, it's not gonna ruin my undos. And I'm gonna go back here. And this is a problem with FabFilter where it'll forget the settings, or something will happen where it'll like reset. So what you have to do, as far as I can tell, you undo, or you delete and then undo. And it has worked for me where it comes back with the correct settings. But here, yeah, see, it's not working now. I don't know what the fuck's happened. So this is 2,000 to 7,000. You know what? This totally fucking derailed me right here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do. Go into the racks. Here I have my split rack. So I'm just gonna bring in another one of these. So I'm gonna copy I need now we're into like rackception. Okay, so this one, I needed the 2,000 to 7,000, which should look like this. I'm just going to drag it over here. Right there. And let's make sure it still looks like that. Yes. And then we're going to delete this one. Now on 7,000 to 20K, we had that. So I'm going to go here. I'm just going to drag it over. And then we're going to delete that one. And now we should be back to where we were. Well, that was annoying. Okay. So let's do some more of this weird shit. Oh. Okay. Now we're back to where we were. again, we have our sub. We got these two upper things happening with this weird panning. Let's see what we can do to this band. Maybe some reverse delay. So now what we have on this band is just some of that nice reverse delay. I think this would be nice to modulate some of these delay times here. Let's grab another LFO. I did want to try some of this other stuff though, but you know what, I'm going to go with the LFO for now. Because Paul has been telling us about using sequencers as a modulation source as opposed to an LFO, and I thought that was really interesting. I got to try that. Just got to figure out a way to do it in live. So let's put this LFO here. And we're going to use, you know what, first we're going to save again. And we're going to use this LFO to modulate the delay time and maybe the flutter here. Just a slow movement on that, and then we'll do another LFO. Move that to time rate. And now I gotta put one of these, that ambio thing on this also. It's gonna be crazy. That's weird. Let's bring up this plugin window on my other screen. Okay, so let's maybe use this same LFO. You know, let's get a new LFO. And that panning just sounds so fucking crazy, dude. Let's also let's use this LFO, map that to the size. Let's also map that to the width. So this one. Let's constrain that a little bit. And also, what if we modulate the phase of this LFO with this LFO? Okay, now let's go and bring it back in. All right, so right now we're only listening to 600 to 2000 hertz. Let's do distortion as well. Okay, and now I want to put a sample and hold LFO on that. Just get that little bit of movement. And also, restroom real quick. I'll be right back, y'all. And I think we might have to start bringing this portion of the stream to a close, because I gotta see if I can maybe go to this deployment. I don't know. Be right back. And then we got this band. This is the only one, at least for the upper bands, that we haven't done anything to yet. I think we're going to leave the sub and that stuff just clean as it is, well, as clean as it was when we made it in Wavetable anyway. So let's see what we can do to this. Maybe we'll put some dumpster fire on this. But also, maybe we'll just use regular frequency shifter. Let's do that. Because dumpster fire introduces a lot of latency. Okay, let's modulate some of this stuff. Let's get another LFO. grab another LFO. I really got to look into some more Max for Live LFOs. Remote meeting time, so I'm headed out. Thanks for streaming. Thanks, UFOcean. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Definite big love. You know what? I actually should. I'm gonna call up and see if I can reschedule this appointment because it is snowing pretty hard right now. Give me a minute, y'all. It's the responsible thing to do. Was able to reschedule. Alright, Retro dropping those emotes. I love that little monster emote. So yeah, I rescheduled my shit to Thursday. So let's keep going with this drone. Okay, so I had this one other LFO. I want to map this to the rate. I'm kind of trying to do a lot of like more gentle movements, like stacking up a lot of gentle things happening to make this one overall like wall of drone. And it's always cool to get these things intermodulating each other. So maybe we'll have so this LFO is doing the rate of the frequency shifter. Maybe we'll have this LFO control the rate of this LFO. So we'll map that to here. We'll constrain it a little bit. We'll do a little bit less dry wet here. Just get that really subtle thing. Coffee at 8 p.m. Bad idea, right? I love a cup though. Oh, dude, coffee? Good idea. I need to make more, I think. I think we're going to keep going for a while on this drone. But you know what? It's only been an hour so far, huh? So let's do a quick little hot box. Just kind of listen to this one band for a little bit. Let's see, we don't want to do that. We want to do, I might even throw this in parallel and just do the dry wet thing, but let's do that. Let's take a quick cheers. Let's cheers it up, as Brightside would say. I just ground up some new weed today, and it's so nice having that fresh weed in the grinder. How's everybody doing out there today? Feeling all right? I gotta say, I'm feeling pretty good. I haven't had a crazy amount of pain from the surgery like I had earlier on. Like, this week has been good. This week has been much less. Gonna get a wee coffee though. Okay, so go back to Ableton. And so what we have now is just like a whole lot of weird movement going on all these different bands. Right now we're only listening to 240 hertz to 600 hertz. And that looks like this in Pro Q. I love doing these crazy splits where it's such a defined range with the brick wall. And what I did learn recently from Big Sister is that if you do that, it'll mess up the phase of your bass and other things, but because so what you have to do is turn it from zero latency to linear phase. I didn't know anything about linear phase really until Big Sis explained it to us. But that's important to keep in mind. Maybe not necessarily for this, because this is more like abstract kind of stuff, but for like hardcore mixing of bass music, you might want to keep that in mind for sure. So let's close that. And okay, let's go back to the full drone. Sean working on a bike overhaul. Hell yeah. Fucking weed so strong the devil couldn't smoke it. Or something. Zone out on this for a second. Okay, so now, let's do this. We're gonna save again. And now maybe we'll process the entirety of this thing. So we have it, right? Let's look at what we have. Here's our wavetable. This is where our waves are coming from, our sound source. Let's close that up. And so we got our two oscillators, the sub, doing all kinds of weird stuff. And then we're going into this fab splitter. And these are all doing, let's move these here. Let's organize this a little bit. These are all doing things to wavetable. Okay, so then we have wavetable running into this splitter, which is again, all these like really rigidly defined frequency bands. So, and we have things going on to most of them, except for the subs. We have different effects, different processing going on in these four bands here. A lot of weird movement. So now let's process the whole thing together. Let's look at this. Let's get that recording again. really hard. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is throw another one of these splitters on the end of that. Thing about this is that let's look at this with span. And just look at this like giant space right here. Looks like we got a bot. Ready? And surprisingly, we're not really going out of phase, it looks like. Let's take this down a bunch. Really just carve out this whole mud area. Be right back, y'all. I'm gonna hit the restroom. Let's do that posture check, y'all. Okay, so let's use this LFO. Let's modulate some grain delay stuff. Snow's really coming down now. save again. So now, let's go back. Futility intensifies. this, and then I did some mixing with this other rack. And then we got into the Morph Destroy and the Redux. And then splitting again. So you're just the low end. Let's get that hydration check. Okay. Could kind of just record out a bunch of these little snippets. Let's go slightly out of phase there. Dr. G. How you doing, man? Boy, this patch has come a long way. I'm actually going to save. I'll stop and save. Give the old ears a break for a second here. Okay, hang on. Ear break. Right on. Welcome to the show, Dr. G. We're doing some drone stuff today because it's snowing out, and snow always feels like drone to me. And we used Wavetable. Started with this Wavetable patch over here. And we ran that. We did some LFO stuff, all the good stuff. Extra LFOs from Max for Live. And then we ran through the splitter. And we did different processing in each of these bands. And Dr. G, you got to check out this plugin, Ambio Orbit. It's fucking crazy, the kind of panning that it does. Just check it out. It seems like it's impossible. And then we went into this morph filter and the overdrive, the Berserk overdrive, which is also a great plugin. Highly recommend. And then into this reverb artifact thing. More splitting, some redux, reverb artifact thing, some odd, more LFOs and other shit. We kind of lost the path somewhere along the way there, but there were good sounds in there, and we just overdid it at the end. Hey, Em, welcome to the show. How you doing today? Have you been listening, just lurking the whole time? What did you think? Were the sounds, how were the sounds? I suppose we could even listen to some of this. But you know what? I need to rest my ears again for a second here. Because we did like 2 hours just there. So it's always good to do a stretch and some hydration check. In fact, I have to go get some more water, but I think I would like to continue for a little bit while longer. But I'm going to go refill the water. And you know what? You can all just listen to what this is. I'm going to take like a slightly longer break, but just listen to this and go get your water if you need water. the dad jokes. M is flying, been flying, and in someone's shop. Okay, cool. What kind of shop? Are you building stuff? And Dr. D says, yo, Phosphor, I have a reverse card. Buy a sandwich so I can buy a print. Okay, here's the dad joke of the day from M. It says, what did the Lay's bag say to the Fritos bag? You're a chip off the old block. Oh wait, there's more. It's lunchtime. I tried not to, but Foss stayed away too long. With that, on stream, he was putting a resin cast on the lathe. The machines are a nice backdrop. Ooh, yeah. You know we love the dad jokes, Em. I was just doing the devil's advocate of the uninterested, I don't like dad jokes guy thing. Cool. So let's I kind of had an idea while I was away there. So let's save again. And what if we like just grabbed a little section somewhere in here? What does this sound like? Oh yeah, this is off. Let's go. Let's take a trip to the hot box one more time. Listen to this little loop right here. And it's really cool. Let's turn this down for a second. People can have strong feelings about dad jokes. I saw someone get upset that someone used tune. I like tune. I like actually the other spelling of tune. Or like tune, like this. Tune or tune. I like that spelling. I think that's even more memey. Cheers, everybody. Okay, so the idea I had before was maybe to get another track going here. Some of these new, what do you call it? Where's my samples? Yes, iOS. Why can't I stretch that? So weird. No, they're warped. I should be able to stretch this. It's fucking weird. Service is spotty, but I'll keep trying to lurk and listen. Okay, thanks, Sam. Hope you're having a good day out there. Really deep into this right now, and I'm going to save it. Let's see. Let's keep going. It's almost 4:20. Let's go to like 4:30-ish. We'll find someone to raid. Hey, yes, I'm definitely in the zone. Sorry, sir. Welcome, Mario. Oh, we got a raid. Oh, dude, hold on. Mario, did you just raid us? Hold on. Dude, Paul. You say that VS2 OMLab was playing with yesterday is crazy for making drones. Okay. Right on. Yeah, thank you for the raid, everybody. Welcome. And yeah, we're doing, we started off using Wavetable to make drones, and we ended up recording a bunch of stuff and then going into a bit of composition just randomly in the middle here. Yeah, I really set out to just make, look at the Wavetable and make a bunch of drones today, and we recorded a bunch of crazy stuff, actually. That's got me instantly inspired, so we started working on this little thing right here. So let's get that hydration check, and we'll go back into Ableton. Take a breather here for a second. Oh, that's what I'm talking about stuff. going on, guys? Thanks, Mario. Appreciate you stopping by, man. Make sure to stretch. Make sure to drink water. Almost melodic for me. Hope you have a great day, man, or a great evening. Yeah, get some food. That's what I'm gonna do as soon as this is over. I'm probably gonna go for, let's go for a couple more minutes, but I'm starting to wind down here. Let's see what Friendin is doing. We're going to read Friendin. So yeah, we got a little bit of composition out of this. I'm going to go and take a lot of these samples and archive them, and then kind of cut everything else out and start this as a track. So I think I'll pick this one up on Thursday. We'll keep working on this, and we got a bunch of drone material. Hey, Sess, what's going on, dude? Welcome to the stream. Today we're doing drones, and we got into a bit of composition, but let's see. Come into this weird shit. Yeah, we pretty much set out to make drones in Wavetable today. So we did a bunch of that, recorded all this. That's really the main focus, because I was talking to Optic about drone the other day, and he was like, not enough people make drones, so I started making some more drones. It's really one of my favorite things to do with music, is just make these walls of sound. So this is turned down much. And we're going to go and split that up into bands and like just make sample packs out of that. You know what drones are? These are drones, man. Just hold a note and then tweak a bunch of synth parameters until you get like a wall of sound. And then in this case, we were just doing a lot of frequency splitting multiple times actually here. There's one there, and then a lot of the destruction, the redux, some odd, a bunch of LFOs, like LFOs and everything, a lot of modulation. So yeah, y'all, I think we're gonna go and raid Friendin now. Because I gotta go. I gotta get up and walk around a little bit. But I thank you all for joining me today on this drone adventure. I'm glad we didn't have to stop in the middle so I could go out in the snow. And yeah, it's still snowing here. It's pretty awesome. Snow is always a drone thing. So let's go over to Friendin. He's doing some digital drawing right now. Some kind of horror stuff. His work is sick, dude. You gotta check this out. And since we rated someone who was doing music last time on the art stream, now we're gonna rate an art streamer on our music stream. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Paul. Thank you, Sess. Thank you, Retro. M, thank you. Dr. G, everybody out there. I hope you're having a great day. And let's go and say hi to Friendin. Me? Yeah, I got long hair, dude. It reminded me to stretch my neck too, dude. Let me get that posture check. Okay, so let's go to Friendin. Here we go. Thank you, everybody.